ready to go. Set for the Cleo magazine, 1400, and they're off with Murtajar beginning quickly on the inside. Bet on a Road back towards the end in company with the Portland Pirate and Wajib Star. One of the first out is Kilimanjaro. Old Nick was away quickly, reneged the outside, and Dancino was right with the leading horses, followed by Tour de Monde and Murtajar together. Couple of lengths to Touch of Mahogany, followed by Pepper Girl, and then Smart Bank at 2. Benazee settling well off the pace today. Wajib Star next, followed by Examine the Books, well back in the field as they came down the side of the course was Randy's Rancher from Bet on the Road, and 2 or 3 lengths to Portland Pirate. Old Nick the leader at the 800 by 2 lengths. Kilimanjaro, Dancino third outside Murtajar. 1 Randy's rather a Touch of Mahogany going around the outside. Examine the Books, getting onto its back to get a cart home. Then came Reneg out wide. Pepper Girl over on the fence about the middle of the field from a Tour de Monde. Wajib Star, Benazee a long way back. Smart Banker spotting them a long start too. Bet on the Road goes to the outside when they swing the corner, and Portland Pirate still last. Old Nick the leader from Kilimanjaro. Murtajar behind them needs a run. Dancino running on pretty well. Out wider then on the course is Touch of Mahogany. And now here's Smart Banker. He's got to the extreme outside in the baldy face, but Dancino swept on the lead from Kilimanjaro. Inside the 200, the filly in front. Murtajar's running on well. Smart Banker can't go on. Dancino led 100 to go. A length and a half in front of Murtajar, finishing well. But the big filly in front, Dancino, and Dancino beat Murtajar a length. Pepper Girl maybe third. Kilimanjaro close up, and Benazee did his best work late. Then came Randy's Rancher. Smart Banker couldn't sprint home. Old Nick weakened next, followed by Reneg, and behind them Examine the Books, a Tour de Monde, Bet on a Road. They were followed in then by Portland Pirate, who's well back in company with Wajib Star. Victory in
at the tail of the proceedings with Clay Fighter, and there's another one up there with them too. That's Shamrock Orb, the newcomer. Around the turn, and Queen Midas has clearly led Lady Shelford today, and Lady Shelford's rider content to sit now second, a length off her. In third position, Gold Heritage. Fourth, Jester's Edge, about to be called upon. Perak Gold on its inside, racing away from the rail, and further back Clay Fighter has started to pick up some ground. Then further back in the field with it came Nobility, and outside of those, behind those, Shamrock Orb. In the straight now, down to the 200, and Lady Shelford races up on the outside to grab Queen Midas, but here's Jester's Edge putting in a big finish, and so too is Nobility out wide. 5 or 6 across the track. Perak Gold's gone up in the middle, but out very wide on the track. Nobility's raced to the front, and Nobility comes on to score. A length and a half Perak Gold, third Gold Heritage, fourth Jester's Edge. Then running on Clay Fighter, followed further back by Lady Shelford, Queen Midas and Shamrock Orb.
The Ming Dynasty Qlty. Dignity Dancer just a little slowly into stride, and Sozzle got the best of the start. Kenwood Melody second. Scotty Lochaber is pushing up between the 2 leaders, followed by Ivory's Helm and then Pitch Black. After a slightly tardy beginning, Dignity Dancer going up on the inside, 2 to Avian, and then comes Paris Dream. Dane Gold is second last, and 3/4 further back, one off the rails. Corridane to the course proper at the 1,000, and the grey from Newcastle, Sozzle leads the way from Scotty Lochaber, a length and a half away. Third is Ivory's. Kenwood Melody on the inside is fourth, and fifth on the outside, Helm shading Dignity Dancer. About 2 lengths further back is Pitch Black on the outside, followed by Dane Gold Avian. Paris Dream is back second last, and about 2.5 lengths to Corridane. Down past the 650, no great change in the order, and Sozzle the leader. Scotty Lochaber second, Ivory's in the third spot to Kenwood Melody. Helm being called upon from Dignity Dancer, then comes Dane Gold Avian, Pitch Black, and the last pair of Paris Dream in company with Corridane as they straighten up. Paris Dream must be 8 lengths off the lead, which is now held by Ivory's wide out from Scotty Lochaber. Dropping off is Sozzle. Kenwood Melody coming into it. A length the helmet, a length and a half to Paris Dream, still knuckling down to his work, but Kenwood Melody race clear. 100 to go. Kenwood Melody 2 lengths on Helm. Paris Dream can't win, but it's Kenwood Melody safely holding Helm. Dignity Dancer getting home well, but Kenwood Melody wins nicely from Helm, Dignity Dancer and Paris Dream. Then Avian, followed by Dane Gold over on the inside, Ivory's. Wider out on the track was Corridane, a good margin off then Pitch
Light flashing on top of the gates field of 10 to run, and away they go. Northern Embossing began well. Fonzarelli was one of the first out of the gates, and In Grain was away fast down towards the inside, and there's Helianthos going across the field in the early part to take over the running, with Iteram going up out wide. He's caught about 3 or 4 wide with the first turn looming up at the 2,200 metres, and Helianthos leads. Iteram is going to second. In Grain tucked in behind the leader. Fonzarelli is fourth, and there's Tyruler going around the outside quickly. Seeing Stars just in behind them, followed by Berserk, Jet Lag, Northern Embossing second last, and Change of Fortune last of the 10 to the Riverside, and Helianthus at the 2,000, led by a length and a quarter. Tyruler is second, third is In Grain on the inside. Iteram a nick away fourth, 2.5 lengths further back in the field. Fonzarelli on the rails, then came Seeing Stars, a length and a half Berserk, and then Jet Lag, Northern Embossing next to last, and Change of Fortune whipped them in. Heading to the 1,700, and Helianthos out by 2 lengths to Tyruler, a length In Grain, and then the favourite Iteram having a good run fourth on the outside. Behind him Fonzarelli on the rail, Seeing Stars, a length and a half Jet Lag and Berserk, Northern Embossing and Change of Fortune on the rail. There's no change, and there probably won't be for a little while yet, with the big circle coming up near the 1,400 metres, and the leader is Helianthos by about a length and a half to Tyruler. In Grain third, and on the outside is Iteram, 2 lengths Seeing Stars on the inside of Fonzarelli. 1.5 to Jet Lag and Berserk on the outside of him, and then Change of Fortune and Northern Embossing on the outside. Probably about 10 from the leader at the 1,200, and the leader here is Helianthos. He has slowed the tempo down too, and it's Helianthos for Craig Williams trying to really control this race, leading by a length to Tyruler, who's up second, a length and a half In Grain, who's over on the inside of Iteram at the 1,000-metre mark. 2 lengths Fonzarelli, Seeing Stars. It might be hard for these back markers. Jet Lag next on the inside of Berserk, and then Change of Fortune on the inside of Northern Embossing. Helianthus at the 800 led a half length. Tyruler is second, and now Gat is moving up a little closer on Iteram. In Grain just behind them with the red blinkers running fourth on the rail from Seeing Stars, Fonzarelli, then Berserk, Jet Lag, Change of Fortune, and Northern Embossing is last in a bunching field. Round the turn, 550 metres to go, and Helianthos leads into the straight from Tyruler, and Iteram on the outside about to be popped the question. In behind them is In Grain, Change of Fortune sneaking through on the rail with 300 to go now, and Tyruler moved up fast on the outside of Helianthos. Iteram running on well. In Grain can't get a run at them, and Fonzarelli's running on with Change of Fortune on the rail. Anything can win it inside the 200 metres. Iteram in the middle, Fonzarelli on the outside, and Change of Fortune on the rail. Fonzarelli, Iteram, and Change of Fortune. Fonzarelli, Iteram, Fonzarelli put the nose in front and won. Fonzarelli from Iteram, I'd say. Change of Fortune on the fence third, then Jet Lag, In Grain, Tyruler, followed by Helianthus and Seeing Stars, Northern Embossing and Berserk. Great finish to the Perry Cutton handicap, the second of the day, in the time of 2:40.
There's the light. And away they go, caught them evenly too, and Dancing Apollo out wide, nice and prominent early. Going through near the inside, now's Gold Crystal, and with it shading at Royal Wonder. Royal Wonder draws out about a half in front of Gold Crystal, now a length clear, followed by the newcomer Qlty, and Dancing Apollo is there with French Flute in between horses, and Gold Fame is deepest of all and last. As they move down the side, heading to the 800-metre mark now, and here Gold Crystal slides up on the outside of the leader, which on the inside is Royal Wonder, holding an advantage of about a head. A length and a half away in third placing French Flute is under the bridle grip at the moment, looks to be travelling all right. Qlty it's inside, followed by Gold Fame, and last of all on the inside Dancing Apollo, and they make the perfect 3 pairs trio formation as they come around the turn, where on the inside Royal Wonder leads narrowly. Going out deeper now is Gold Crystal, who has really put on the challenge and draws a neck in front, and French Flute comes widest of all. I think you'll find during the course of the day they'll head out deep here, and Gold Crystal's rider's done just that and slipped to the lead at the 200 from French Flute. Royal Wonder's giving ground on the inside. I don't think that's the place to be. And look at Gold Fame starting to extend out wide, but it's Gold Crystal in front, the favourite. And Gold Crystal's going to be much too good. Gold Crystal goes on to score by 2. Second placing French Flute from Gold Fame. Then Dancing Apollo, Qlty, and the one that stayed on the rail has knocked up to be a long last, Royal Wonder.
Weight's right. Correct weight's there. He's over on the inside.
Racing away to a level start immediately. Belle Maria allowed to find her legs, dropping back in company with Miss Plume, and it's going to be Confirmed Bachelor narrowly clear, not for long. There's Lord Covetous scooting around the outside to lead by about 4 lengths early on Confirmed Bachelor. He's a Dane in the 3rd spot, and then Dance With Me, Belle Maria, Simone Buggen, and Miss Plume is last as they work down the back of the course. And going to the 1400, it's Lord Covetous in front by about a length on Confirmed Bachelor. Similar margin 3rd as He's a Dane. It's parked over on the inside of Dance With Me, a length and 3/4 to Belle Maria, and then Bargain, second last being Simone, and 3/4 of a length further back is Miss Plume. Racing on towards the first corner, and they're going down to approach the 1,000 marker here, and the pilot is Lord Covetous. Lord Covetous about a length on the well-tried Confirmed Bachelor, 2.5 He's a Dane and Dance With Me. Another couple of lengths to Belle Maria, followed on the inside by Bargain, Simone next to last, and Miss Plume at her girth on the inside as they work to the side and over the crossing at the 850, and Jimmy Cassidy letting Confirmed Bachelor have rein, and the Kiwi quickly sprinted past Lord Covetous. Dance With Me 3rd and 4th He's a Dane, then Belle Maria followed by Bargain, tucked away on the inside of Simone, and 2.5 lengths to Miss Plume. This is the order, 600 to go, and the heavily back Confirmed Bachelor, 2 lengths Dance With Me working to second. Lord Covetous has called it a day, then Belle Maria to the outside from He's a Dane, Bargain, and Simone in company with Miss Plume whip them in, straightening up now, and on top of the rise at the 350, Confirmed Bachelor the leader from Dance With Me, but Belle Maria's joining in, and He's a Dane is going with Belle Maria. Confirmed Bachelor headed by Belle Maria, 200 to go. Belle Maria in front now from He's a Dane. Confirmed Bachelor can't do any better. Belle Maria the outside. Confirmed Bachelor fighting back. Confirmed Bachelor coming again. Belle Maria's run has ended, and after looking 10 to 1 at the 200, he fought back to land some big bets. Confirmed Bachelor beat Belle Maria. 3rd He's a Dane, then Bargain, Simone, Dance With Me, Miss Plume, and Lord Covetous was tailed off.
Ready now. Starter about to send them on their journey. Little bit of movement near the outside. Off they go. He's Regal a little slow, and Carter also got back a bit, and Gullible first out with Holderman Hutting through on the inside. Papillon settling down 3rd with Carnelian going forward around it, and then Rancho Spark on the improve. Starlegs are settling 6th. Carter getting up on the rails. Wonderful to He's Regal, followed by Regal Royal. A good way back is Rustic Dream. Kahira Legend going forward ahead of it, and Majestic Avenue dropped out last at the 1,000. Holderman went through and led from Carnelian. On the outside, Rancho Spark is trapped out 3 wide, 2 lengths then to Gullible getting a good run. 4th on the inside of Papillon. 2 to Starlegs, well placed outside. Carter a length and a half to Boulder. Kahira Legend out 3 wide, and He's Regal back on the fence. 2 lengths to Regal Royal. Majestic Avenue, one of the last on the inside, and Rustic Dream is 3 deep and last, coming to the turn at the 600. And Holterman led Carnelian around the turn. Rancho Sparks had no luck, 3 wide. Gullible just behind them near the inside in the cerise colours. Papillon outside it. Carter the grey running on fairly, and 2 lengths to He's Regal. And here's Starlegs pulled to the outside. Holderman at the 300 hasn't gone for it. Carnelian's got a bit of a kick left too. Here's Gullible coming after them, quickly easing off their heels, and Starlegs battling a bit at the moment with Rancho Spark and Carter. Carnelian took the lead. Holderman after it, and now Gullible's running on. It's Gullible after Carnelian takes the lead. Drew a neck in front. Gullible's going to be too good. Gullible beat Carnelian by half a length. Carter might have got 3rd in front of Holderman. Then Starlegs followed in by Rustic Dream, Kahira Legend and Boulder out wider. They were trailed a bit further back then. Rancho Spark with the Regal Royal, and He's Regal towards the end. Majestic Avenue and Papillon, one of the last to go over the line. Good victory here.
Blackwell Prepaid Funerals Handicap. Starter looks across the line, the assistant starter in fact. He's pretty happy with them. We're about to see the light come on from those Honda stalls. The early part of the race was Queen of Mars and Dominique Charm, and then came Gift Henry. Kingston Parade the inside, Round Lake out wide, and now pushing up in the centre, Classy Babe. 4 lengths first to last, a compact affair as they come to the turn. And working to the 650, the leader distinct marginally from over on the inside, Neutron Star, and between them Queen of Mars. Just off the speed, the Grey Dance Spirit, and around the outside, Gift Henry's out into the clear and heading deep, and so is Classy Babe from Dominique Charm held up. Back behind those then as they turn Kingston Parade and Round Luck. Out wide they go, and here the leader was distinct, about 5 or 6 off the rails, and now Classy Babe and Gift Tennery, the top pair, are coming after them. Oh, Classy Babe's bumped in on top of Gift Tennery, flattened her in fact. Classy Babe races to the front from distinct. Further back, Domini Charm, followed then by Kingston Parade, but it's Classy Babe in front. She's been erratic, but she's won and scores probably about a neck on the line to distinct. Third is tight, Domini Charm and Kingston Parade. Round Luck, Gift
Racing, a lovely start. Actually, To The Music got the best of it. Chavog is right up there in the early stages, however. Shin Can See is not far back third, and about 2 lengths further away, Spent on the inside of Dracula. And Laurie's Lottery has dropped out another length and a half last. They race along towards the 850, and Chavog pulls his way through on the inside to just shade To The Music. Shin Can See third, and Laurie's Lottery going around them quickly now from Dracula. And Spent another length and 3/4 away at the 700, and Chavog really keen to run. He's fired up, and he is allowed a bit more leather by Brian York, and he's swept away by 2 lengths. Shin Can See to the corner. To The Music looks as though he's dropping off noticeably. Laurie's Lottery to the outside, hard ridden. Dracula second last, and Spend is last. Chavog railing well and straightens up a length and 3/4. Shin Can See a length the Laurie's Lottery. They've almost caught Chavog, and Laurie's Lottery and Shin Can See go past him. Dracula's another 2 lengths further back. Shin Can See at the 200 metres in the colours of the late T.J. Smith is just the leader, but the Toowoomba gelding is getting him. Laurie's Lottery, Jimmy Cassidy driving the Lottery away, and it's 3 out of 3 for Jay Cassidy here today at Randwick as Laurie's Lottery wins the Roman Consul and wins it brilliantly. Shin Can See second, and Dracula third. Chavog weekend, then Spend, and To The Music absolute.
Now Delirious locked away. Prebble about to remount next to Glamourimus. Admired stood in well. Now Alf Matthews, Splendid Horse, and Slavonic stand up well. Just about ready. Off. Theatre began well over near the outside with Dane Lar and Slavonic, and yes, it looks like they're all going to cross to the flat side rail, and out very quickly is Delirious and Glamourimus, and they speed down to the rail, and they found it in front of Splendid Horse, who began very quickly, and he's going up on their outside. Coup de Grace just in behind them, and rushing forward is Mossman on the outside, and Theatre's gone across with it. City Kid gets a good trail just behind them. Natural As My Name is next. Dane Lar's crossed right over to the inside rail from barrier 2. Heading to the 600 metres now. Mossman moved up outside Glamourimus, and Splendid Horse in the middle of those. Couple of lengths back to Theatre, who's fourth on the outside, and then Delirious. City Kid just inside Theatre, and then Coup de Grace. Dane Lar a good way back on the inside. Slavonic, Natural As My Name out wider. Major Fun and Admired last inside the 400 now. And Mossman and Splendid Horse, the 2 Sydney siders, lead with City Kid running on. Theatre's coming with him, and they're clear of Slavonic, and then Coup de Grace and Delirious at the 200 metres, and Theatre's come with City Kid to go to the lead together. City Kid and Theatre, and here's Slavonic finishing well, and Major Fun. It's Theatre in front of City Kid, Major Fun. It's Theatre the leader, and Theatre the mighty colt wins it. Theatre's won it. Photo the Miners, either City Kid or Major Fun out wide, and Slavonic between them just missing the place. They're followed by Admired, Natural As My Name, Delirious, and just behind it was Mossman. Dane Lar never came into it. Natural As My Name finishing in that bunch, and behind them was Coup de Grace, Splendid Horse Weekend, and Glamourimus finished last of all. Just too good. And fifth Admired, 1:10 the time.
Century Boy and Belial have come out running with Belial, the Darwin Cup winner, going to a lead of a length as they go to the 1400. Century Boy second, Bodacious Babe, he's moved up to be third. Fourth, the Inside Noble Chief, they're stringing now. They were followed by Behemoth, a length away on the inside of those as they move onto the side of the course now and take the 1200 metre turn. Il Don with Scrupulous and Skybow last, and they're not going hard. Belial will lead them down the side about a length and a half in front of Century Boy, a length and a half to 2 away, working against the right of Bodacious Babe. Scrupulous is able to go up around the outside, so slow are they going. Over on the inside, Noble Chief, and further back, Il Don with Behemoth, and Skybow makes a bit of a move. So they come down the side, working to the 850, and it's Belial. He's dictated the terms beautifully and leads by a length and a quarter by the 800. Second placing, Century Boy. Third, Scrupulous. Fourth, Bodacious Babe, and fifth around them now, Skybow. They're quickening, and they'd need to. Further back then came Noble Chief with Behemoth, and Il Don was last of all. 600 metres out, 4 or 5 lengths first to last. Belial is the leader, but on the outside, Century Boy, and now Skybow come after him. Bodacious Babe and Scrupulous are close handy from Noble Chief Ildon to the outer, and Behemoth back to last in the straight, and Belial has been found now on the outside by Century Boy. Scrupulous has run after him very quickly. Bodacious Babe, Skybow, Ildon having last crack at them out wide. Noble Chief the inner, but it's Scrupulous, Bodacious Babe. Bodacious Babe races after Scrupulous. Here's Ildon and Skybow. It's Bodacious Babe, the leader from Ildon. Bodacious Babe in front of Bodacious Babe wins it. Second Ildon, third Scrupulous, fourth Skybow. Behemoth made ground. Then came Century Boy, Noble Chief, and Belial, after leading today, knocked up to be the last one in.
Correct weight, waits there on 4, 7 and 9, waits right. A length and a quarter by a short half head with the margins. And a neck to fourth and 1:10 the time, correct weight.
Lots of racing on Foxtel. My wife's at home watching it today, so I hope she picked that one up. Congratulations to Rick.
Racing this time. In-house jumped as well as anything. Harmonia out pretty well, and the same for one man out. Then comes Ask the Waiter, deep from his outside break. About a length and a quarter off next is Magneto, followed by City of Gold, Star Century, and then Sabaron Blue. And Kashmir drops to the tail of the field as they turn out of the straight and travel over the crossing at the 2000. And Dye has in-house leading clearly by about 2.5 to 3 lengths on one man out. Ask the Waiter in the third spot from Star Century on the rails, and wider City of Gold. A couple of lengths to Harmonia on the outside of the Victorian Magneto. 3 lengths to Kashmir and a half length of the Kiwi Sabaron Blue. In-house goes along towards the 1700, making play by about a length and a half on one man out. Getting a little closer to in-house now. And as they go to the second crossing here at the 1600, in-house joined by one man out, and City of Gold is making a line of 3, followed by Ask the Waiter around Star Century. 2 lengths further back is Magneto on the inside of Harmonia. The last pair being Sir Baron Blue and Kashmir. Down the back, and Craig Carmody goes to the lead on City of Gold. A length and a half on in-house. Similar margin third is Star Century, just shading one man out. 2 lengths to Ask the Waiter, and further back in the race is Magneto, who's in the middle. Kashmir is over on the inside. Harmonia next to last, and the New Zealander Sir Baron Blue is back last, but only about 8 lengths off the lead, which is occupied by City of Gold. And as they wind out of the back straight now and go towards the High Street side, it's City of Gold the leader. Only a half to 3/4 of a length on in-house. Harmonia whips up to third. Star Century on the inside is fourth, and then Ask the Waiter, one man out, shuffled back a wee bit, followed on the inside next by Kashmir, and Sabaron Blue and Magneto, the tote favourites in New South Wales, are back last, but it's a bunching field at the 700 and the Tattersalls plate. And City of Gold again jointed, headed in fact by in-house. Harmonia in third position, a length to Star Century, one man out. Off the track next is Ask the Waiter, and now making their runs together are Magneto and Sir Baron Blue, and Kashmir's the tail ender. Here's an exciting race as they thunder around the corner, and in-house the leader. Well, City of Gold went back very quickly. It's now tailed off, and in-house up the rise, nearly a length on Star Century. 2 Ask the Waiter, followed by Magneto, and Sir Baron Blue is out under the arches. Down to the 200, in-house the leader. Ask the Waiter, and now the Victorian running on Magneto, and Sir Baron Blue is out under the roses. Magneto hits the front. Sir Baron Blue will hit the outside fence shortly, but it's Magneto the leader. Sir Baron Blue won't get there, and down to the line goes Magneto to win it from either Sir Baron Blue or Ask the Waiter. And then in-house, further back, one man out with Star Century. Kashmir, they're coming in at long intervals. Harmonia second last, and the early leader Absolute, and that was City of Gold.
Ready for a start here, Rawny, the inside runner. A couple of them quite fractious in the gates. They settle.
Ready to go. Ready to go. Start a set. Off they go. Cheviot, one of the first to bounce out. Banan was away quickly. Marble Hall's a little slow, and he's riding him along early at the back of the field. Spectrum jumped well, so did Darazari, going up towards the leaders early. Umrum's firing towards the front with perfect bound. They've got a little over 200. And here's Umrum crossing the field to lead. Going up into second is Darazari dropped in. Knightly Sword on the improve, goes around him from perfect bound. Marble Hall's trapped out, going forward. Pace right on here. A couple of lengths to Cheviot over on the inside when they go towards the 1,000-metre mark. Back there with him, but about 3 lengths away, he's inside is Von Ann. As they go past the 1,000-metre mark, Gold Guru trapped outside Cheviot with Spectrum there. Our Unicorn settling a good way back, followed by Old Tawny Silverglade. Heed the toll at the hind as last to the 800. Knightly Sword and sped to the lead down the side and led Marble Halls. Umrum on the fence. A length and a half behind them is Istadad, and then Darazari with the white cap on. About a length further back is Cheviot, followed by Perfect Bound. Gold Guru's better off the track all the way. Spectrum comes wide, the Unicorns push right out wide when they swing the corner. And Umrum gets up on the inside and leads from Knightly Sword. Darazari directly behind the leader. Wider out is Istadad, followed by Marble Halls. Gold Guru the deepest. Old Tawny running up behind them into a pocket on the fence. Umrum slipped away. Down to the 200, he's put more than 2 lengths on Darazari. Old Tawny running on well on the inside. Wider out Gold Guru and now Unicorn. But it's Umrum well clear with a half to go. 2 lengths to Darazari running a big race. Now Unicorn the outside, but Umrum in front. And Umrum takes the Craiglee. Beat Darazari and now Unicorn in a photo. Just behind them Old Tawny a nice run. Then came Gold Guru never on the track. The hind made good ground. Cheviot next to finish, followed by Von Ann and Spectrum. Heed the toll. Istadad weakened badly with Silverglade towards the end. Knightly Sword, one of the last, and Marble Halls. Last year's winner after a hard run last. Umrum. Number 11, ridden by Danny Nicolette, has taken it out.
Oh, and a horrifying incident right in front of us here with Perfect Bound having collapsed to the course. And he's broken down hopelessly. But Umrum has zoomed away. What a great ride by Danny Nicolette. 10 out of 10 for that. Jumped to the front, settled right behind them. And here, this is well after the real point of the race, because at this point, Danny has sprinted away from the field after saving a lot of energy in the run on the inside rail. Here he is, he's sprinted away from them, and away he's gone. This, at his third run back from a spell, the real Umrum's back in town. He spent a long time in the shadow of his stablemate Gold Guru, but Umrum has finally returned.
Sashi, Maru and Rossi, and as they start to sort themselves out, where's the favourite?
7:20, exact is 61:10. The try shortly, ladies and gentlemen, the presentation will take place after.
Found them wide. In between horses, Princely Guy, Blaublitz, Fiddler's Green, Masashi Maru and Military Orbit back to last. Onslaught only a length in front. Oh, there's trouble there. Princely Guy blundered and Peter Shepherd was nearly out of the saddle. He's done a big job as they move down the side, and the leader is Onslaught from Shakila. Currency Road and Rossi continues to run on. Chatsy still there on the speed with Prince Keystone, and Fiddler's Green's made a burst around them. Then Carter Bar followed further back by Lady Woodrow. Deborah's Daughter's coming deep, and that's the place to be. Musashi Maru goes up on the inside from Blaublitz, then Princely Guy. Whatever happened to it, it's getting going again, and last of all is Military Orbit. Homeward bound, Chatsy led on the inside. Wider out on the track, coming after it now Prince Keystone. Then further back between horses, Deborah's Daughter's running on. Shakila's given up. So too, I think, is Onslaught. Inside the 200, and Deborah's Daughter's now got to the front. Deborah's Daughter a length in front of Prince Keystone. Nothing else is doing anything, and Deborah's Daughter's going to break through for an overdue win. Congratulations to her. She was well worthy of a follow, and she's got the money today. Oh, pretty easily. About 3 or 4 to the line from Prince Keystone, Shakila, Chatsy, and then Carter Bar, Rossi, followed further back then by Out Wide Currency Road, Onslaught. Further back, Fiddler's Green, Lady Woodrow. Princely Guy got into trouble.
The 5 of them jumped as one. At the end of 100 metres, will Tie the Knot as just the leader from Might and Power, and a half between them Juggler. 3 to Vitronite, 3/4 to Star Covered, but quickly Brian York goes forward on Might and Power, and the big fella cruises across to lead easily. And racing down to approach the 1200, Might and Power put 2.5 lengths on Juggler. A length Tie the Knot, 1.5 to Vitronite, and about a half to 3/4 Star Covered. This is the order inside the 1200 metres, and Might and Power bowling along nicely clear of Juggler. About 2 lengths his break on the inside Vitronite, and close up next is Tie the Knot as they swing the first corner, and Star Covered last, only about 7 lengths from Might and Power. They race onto the side now and go down to approach the crossing at the 850, and Might and Power in front by 2 lengths on Juggler. A length away in third spot, Tie the Knot, followed closely by Vitronite on the inside, and Star Covered going forward 3 and 4 wide as they head along to approach the 650, and it's Might and Power leading the way. Star Covered and Juggler getting a little closer to the big fella now, but York is quickening up on Might and Power, and past the 600 metres he goes, more than a length on Juggler and Star Covered, 2 to Tie the Knot, and a couple of lengths further back, Vitronite sticking to the inside. York comes about 2 or 3 horses off the rails on Might and Power, and he's really sending him along now. And up the rise on the Randwick stretch, it's Might and Power, a length and a half on last year's winner, Juggler, and 2 lengths to Tie the Knot, running a nice race. But Might and Power, he's being shaken up. Juggler's coming at him solidly. Might and Power, York is desperate. Juggler and Larry Cassidy almost level. Might and Power is pulling out plenty. The big fella, the superstar of the Australian turf, has got to do enough to win it, and Might and Power all the way in the Chelmsford from Juggler, but oh boy, did Juggler give him a fright. Third to Tie the Knot, Star Covered and Vitronite the last 2. Oh, what a race.
Set to go. Off they go at the 1800 now, and Crystalero and Royal Caliph both away quickly from Hurricane Storm. Away fast as Prince Dandan. Jezebel over on the outside is hunting forward. Dancing Sculptor from the wide barrier is also going up at the 1600 metres now, and a great tussle for the lead as they settle down. Hurricane Storm with the rail. Dancing Sculptor on the outside running to the lead over it now. A length away in third is Prince Aluka moving up on the outside, and then Jezebel who's fourth. 1.5 to Crystalero who races on the inside of Prince Dandan. New Kingston caught out a little bit, and then about a length further back in the field came Stormy Jim. Royal Caliph on the fence, couple of lengths to Pinteri Boy, and Noble Ben Barra last, 1100 to go, and Dancing Sculptor the leader by a length to Prince Aluka. On the rails third, Hurricane Storm. Jezebel the outsiders fourth. Prince Dandan has got caught out 3 wide, 1,000 to go. Crystalero next with the pink sleeves and cap. Stormy Jim is next, a half length away on her outside. New Kingston wide, then Royal Caliph, Pinteri Boy and Noble Ben Barra. Now Sam Highland at the 800 took off now on Prince Dandan, still trapped out, but it's worked to the lead. Just inside it, Prince Aluka and Jezebel and Dancing Sculptor on the rail. In behind those horses then is Crystalero. Hurricane Storm's lost its place. Stormy Jim working into it. New Kingston out wide when they corner. Royal Caliph still a good way back as they balance for the run-in now. And with about 450 metres to go, Prince Aluka in the middle. Dancing Sculptor hard ridden on the fence. Jezebel out wider. Prince Dandan's done it hard. Stormy Jim's coming at them out wide. Hurricane Storm getting a run, one off the fence. Crystalero needs a run, and then Royal Caliph and Noble Ben Barra right across the track. Jezebel in the middle and Stormy Jim. Crystalero getting a run, and Noble Ben Barra's coming home late. Stormy Jim, Jezebel, and Noble Ben Barra's coming at them. It's Stormy Jim with the head in front. Noble Ben Barra lunge. I reckon Stormy Jim a nose to Noble Ben Barra. Jezebel close up on the inside. They're followed by Crystalero, Royal Caliph, Hurricane Storm, Prince Dandan. Then came Pinteri Boy, Dancing Sculptor back behind them, followed by Prince Aluka, who's weakened, and New Kingston dropped out to be last. Photo here.
Starter holds them. Now the light's on, and they've jumped at the first instant, and Wing Sing came out fast. Our Scenario jumped away pretty well, and so too did Adelaide Express, and that's Liberty away fast with Diesel Dame, and French Poet is driving up along the inside. They were followed by Bayunga, and then came Rugrat from Torlina, and over on the inside of those was further back on the inside, Monongila Steelers there, and ahead of it was Arabian Storm. Back behind them, Balmaha, followed by On the Beam after me. Padstow's well back with Tropical Heat, drifting back out of the field on the beam to second. second last, and back to the tail on the inside. Arabian Storm around the turn, and it's French Poet the leader. Our Scenario, it's outside, and 3 wide Adelaide Express, followed wider out by Wing Sing Bayunga. In behind them, Rugrats After Room, followed by Balmaha taking a shortcut. Then further back to Torlina, followed by After Me, but in the stretch now down to the 200, and Our Scenario got away by a length and a half. Second placing Adelaide Express. Down the outside, Padstow is starting to put in late, but it's Our Scenario the leader. She's a length and a half clear, trying hard as Padstow. He's flying. Padstow's after Our Scenario and got her. Padstow, I think, right on the line from Our Scenario. Torlina flashed between horses there with Adelaide Express, and wider out Bayunga. Wing Sing on the beam flew home. They were followed back behind them by That's Liberty. Rugrat Balmaha was there, followed further back by Dermot. Tropical Heat and a long...
$1,400 ready to go. Racing in the Tramway, Yippee-I-O was last out. Other than that, a great break. And Adam shoots straight to the lead. Narrowly, though, from Arletty. Iron Horse is right up there. And so, too, is the New Zealand mare Champagne, followed by Monet's Cove and then Antiquity. A length off to Dodge, and then Northern Drake very deep from that draw. A gap to on-air Corporate James Asheline. Yippee-I-O is now second last and pursues the tail ender. The Tramway field travels down past the 950, and Adam shows the way. A length and a quarter, Monet's Cove, Arletty holding the rails. Third, Iron Horse wide out fourth. Champagne in the centre is fifth, and then Dodge, followed closely by Antiquity the inside. Northern Drake having no luck, followed by On Air. Corporate James fourth last from Yippee-I-O. Zashaline second last, and Pursuits is the tail ender with 600 metres left to travel, and Adam leads out 3/4 Arletty. Monet's Cove in the third spot. Iron Horse very deep as fourth from Champagne. A gap then to on the inside rail. Yippee-I-O saving valuable ground as they swing into the home straight, approaching the 420. Adam getting pretty wide, straightens up a half length on Arletty. Yippee-I-O up on the inside from Antiquity, and further back in the field is Champagne, followed closely then by Northern Drake and Zashaline. Adams from Arletty a half length, and it here's Northern Drake and Corporate James. Corporate James is swooping down the outside with Northern Drake. They grab Adam, but Corporate James is racing right away. What a big win. Corporate James, a length and 3/4 Northern Drake. Adams run third, then Arletty, followed by Pursuits. A break then to Iron Horse, Antiquity, Zashaline, On Air, Yippee-I-O, and the last three in Dodge, Champagne and Monet's Cove.
And pace out there, Rock You and It's My Sin. On this occasion, they are splitting. Now, let's look to the grandstand side here. Hockney was the first to bounce out. Camino Rose was away swiftly. Just in behind them is Classic Day, followed by Rebel and Pengulu and Cornwall Queen. Last of the horses coming down the grandstand side. Over on the other side of the course now at the 800 metres, Special Day in the leader. Lucky Day is on its outside, and Gronbay a little wider out. Mighty Way just in behind them, followed by Lord Lusk and It's My Sin, staging a good way back in company with Rock You, and then El Murata and Sir Swayze, one of the last down on the flat side. Out to the grandstand now, and Hockney is just the leader. Hockney in front of Classic Day, coming after it. Camino Rose in the middle, and then Pengulu, Rock You, and Rebel rather, and Cornwall Queen last of that division. On the other side now, Special Day under the whip. Gronbay coming at it. It's My Sin is unwinding. El Murata was checked. They're inside the 200 here, and hard to split the divisions. Hockney, Classic Day and Rebel down the outside. Rock You, Mighty Way hit the front with El Murata. Right across the track, El Murata's flying home the best. El Murata's won at either Mighty Way or Rock You for the miners, I'd say. They're the best of them down on the flat side in front of Gronbay. Out on the other side was Classic Day with Pengulu, and Hockney not far away from Rebel and Cornwall Queen. Camino Rose was last of that division down there. Over on the other side, Special Day wasn't far from them from staging, and they were trailed a bit further back in the field by Sir Swayze, Lucky Day, It's My Sin, and towards the end of the field there was Lord Luskin, one of the last over the line on the flat side.
Strike Forever putting himself into the picture. Revolver's just behind them with Talaria Lass. They straighten up and the grey silicon chip is gone. Commended has gone to it and Strike Forever goes to Commended as they straighten up. And Midas is the widest runner with Revolver and Talaria Lass. Commended the inside, taken on by Strike Forever in the centre. Midas is running on strongly and Revolver's trying to get through. Here's a great race in front. Strike Forever and Midas on the outside and Revolver's coming quickly, but a great ride by Taco Muto. And Midas gets in to beat Revolver by about a head.
Over on the outside of Chrysler Magic as they come around the side turn of the 600 now. About to enter the home running was Easy Landing from Lord Shiraz, followed by Madonna Looking for Room. Cut Up Rough is deeper still. They were followed by Will Fly, Born to Perform, Super Lad, Niggerat from Astrolita last. And she's going to have to gather up the whole field if she can win from there with Lithium outside of her. In the straight, Red Hope led from the old-timer Hero Win coming after it. The veteran sprinters are in front and they're well clear. In third placing, Madonna. Down on the inside, Chrysler Magic is giving ground and wider at now. Lord Shiraz and Will Fly is letting fly, and so is Astrolita. Oh, here's a great finish coming up. Will Fly in front. Astrolita is flying home. Astrolita goes to Will Fly, and I think might have got there. There's not much in it, and there are about 12, 15 horses from the rail. Now, third, not sure. Madonna's there with Super Lad, Easy Landing, Red Hope, and Hero Win. Cut Up Rough. Lord Shiraz was there too. A big chance at 1 point. Born to Perform, Lithium, and Chrysler. A good go for a third between Madonna and Lord Shiraz. Horses, Madonna's getting some room. Will Fly back behind them from Super Lad. Born to Perform after jumping well has drifted back. Astrolita's last with Lithium as they come down the side to the 800 now. And it's Red Hope out of the pack to lead by a half, 3/4 Hero Win. 3 lengths Chrysler Magic. Over on the outside of Chrysler Magic as they come around the side turn of the 600 now. About to enter the home running was Easy Landing from Lord Shiraz, followed by Madonna Looking for Room. Cut Up Rough is deeper still. They were followed by Will Fly, Born to Perform, Super Lad, Niggerat from Astrolita last, and she's going to have to gather up the whole field if she can win from there with Lithium outside of her. In the straight, Red Hope led from the old-timer Hero Win coming after it. The veteran sprinters are in front and they're well clear. In third placing, Madonna. Down on the inside, Chrysler Magic is giving ground and wider at now. Lord Shiraz and Will Fly is letting fly, and so is Astrolita. Oh, here's a great finish coming up. Will Fly in front. Astrolita is flying home. Astrolita goes to Will Fly, and I think might have got there. There's not much in it, and there are about 12, 15 horses from the rail. Now, third, not sure. Madonna's there with Super Lad, Easy Landing, Red Hope, and Hero Win. Cut Up Rough.
Will Fly got the bobbin on the line on the inside.
Racing. What a great start. Hilarity, one of the best out. Witcher to jump well, but Tsar Royale from the inside going quickly and very, very fast around them. Sunline at the end of 250. It's Sunline, the New Zealand filly, leading the way. Hilarity is second. Witcher to very wide out is third, followed by Tsar Royale, and then follow Gold and Rubicul. A couple of lengths further back, Crimson Flight in search, followed by Liana. Then Darmala and Dakara Zola, and Confer is last of all. They're running to the side of the track, and the Furious over the 850 crossing, and here it's Hilarity leading the way, 3/4 of a length to a length on Sunline. Third is Wichita. Tsar Royale on the inside is fourth, and then the Victorian follow Gold. Rubicul between horses, a length further back, Crimson Flight, and then comes In Search. Liana's trapped out in no man's land, and then the stablemates Dakara and Damala. Confer is second last, and Absolute in the field is the New Zealand filly Zola. Up to the bend they travel, so we've got New Zealand fillies first and last, with Sunline leading clearly, and straightening up the unbeaten Sunline strode away. 2.5 lengths on Hilarity. Tsar Royale in third place, having a bit of a brush with Wichita. Then Crimson Flight and Rubicul. But down to the 200, Sunline for Larry Cassidy. 4 clear. Wichita second, followed by Rubicul, and Tsar Royale is still battling on pretty well. But this is 5 out of 5 for Sunline. How good is she? Sunline a mile in front of Tsar Royale and Wichita, and that's the way they finish in the Furious. Sunline gave her rivals a buff and beat Tsar Royale and Wichita. Followed home by Rubicul, Darmala, then In Search, follow Gold, Confer, Liana. Then came Crimson Flight, further back Dakara, 2 or 3 lengths to Zola, and Hilarity weakened to finish at the tail of the field.
Of about 4, a length further back then was Exhibitor, with Sparkling Azure, Master Discovery. A break of 2 lengths to New Hope, Dr. Carradale. Lisa ran a fair way back. Then Ecstatic View, who got into trouble and is dropping right out of it. And last of all is Cheeky Trent. Up to the turn now, 400 out. And Senya Sarah, Rocky.
To go. 1400, they're all set. Wiggly Woo, the inside runner. Off they go, and a lovely dispatch to the last. Wiggly Woo began quickly. Whitewater Bay and Smidgen out fast, and Skyrocket dropped in just behind them down on the inside as they settle down. Snapshot's up there as well, but Wiggly Woo led at the 1200. Snapshot second, Whitewater Bay third. On the rails fourth, Skyrocket followed by Smidgen, Sweet Delight. Lisa's Game going forward between horses, and then Gentle Wind, and they're followed a little further back by Gliding Light. One Platonic about the middle of the field behind her, Miss Perron and Discretion. A length and a half to Canniana, Spirit of Love, and then Cool Court and Midnight Babe as last of all. Wiggly Woo's running the field to the 800, and they're going quickly. Snapshot's hanging is second. Skyrocket just behind them, a length and a half away third, and then Whitewater Bay, Smidgen. One Lisa's Game improving wide, and they're followed by Gliding Light getting up along the inside from Gentle Wind when they near the corner. They're being followed then by Platonic taken to the outside, and Sweet Delight when they come around the home turn. Wiggly Woo is the leader, Skyrocket is second. On its outside is Snapshots, and Skyrocket, the favourite, can ease out and have a go after the leader. Gliding Light getting up on the fence, and Smidgen's unwinding a run down the outside, and Lisa's Game is running on. Wiggly Woo near the 200 in front of Skyrocket, who's wound up by Oliver. Gliding Light getting up on the inside. Smidgen died on a run. Platonic, Lisa's Game are getting home. Wiggly Woo in front. Skyrocket, Oliver's throwing everything at her. Skyrocket levels up. The favourite takes the lead, and Skyrocket beat Wiggly Woo in the last with Lisa's Game third, Miss Perron a good fourth, and then Platonic a nice run. Gliding Light just behind them. Canniana made ground out wide. They were followed by Gentle Wind. Further back in the field was Discretion, followed then by Smidgen, who weakened with Whitewater Bay. Further back was Cool Court. A good way from them then was Midnight Babe, and Spirit of Love was last of all. Skyrocket has taken the last of the day. Number 10, ridden by Damien Oliver, who's won the first and last today. Brilliant performance. Number 10, the winner, Skyrocket, Damien Oliver. So the Freedman stable has won this Let's Elope Stakes 4 years running now. Second to number 11, Wiggly Woo, Rod Griffiths. And third, number 14, Lisa's Game, ridden by Craig Williams. It's there in the last, numbers 10, 11 and 14, 3/4 by a neck with the margins, and a short head to fourth, the time 1:23.
Tinted Abbey's dropped out to the tail, going to about fourth, Grand Centro from Comrade Park, who's wide, going up on the inside, Stylish Led, and between horses, Suave Way. Over on the outside, Balladin from the fancied runner, Strident, second last, and Tinted Abbey is last, a half away on the inside, and I suppose about 7 off the lead at the 1200 metre turn. And as Grand Centro, the centre, Balladin outside, Stylish Led. Further back then, Suave Way. Over on the inside, Tinted Abbey, and on the outside, Strident, who'll have to come from the tail of the field with his late run. Down to the 800 metre mark, and Leader Club still shows the way. Only a length and a quarter in front of the grey. Lavender Bird going to second. Third, Highborn Star ridden along. Comrade Park is fourth and not pulling now. Then further back to Grand Centro from Balladin, followed by Stylish Led, and here's Strident easing wide. Tinted Abbey attempting to get some rumours in that division as they come around the home turn, and there's another one, Suave Way. Around the turn, and here the Leader Club racing about 3 horses off the rail. In second placing, Lavender Bird. Suave Way trying to get a run. Wider out, Comrade Park, and now Strident has started to make his claim. Tinted Abbey's weaving between horses. Balladin got left behind as Strident made his claim. In the stretch now, and the leader running down to the 100 metre mark was Leader Club, but here's Tinted Abbey getting through the pack. Strident out wide, can't get to them. Tinted Abbey in front, and Tinted Abbey wins. Leader Club second, third, Stylish Led. Big question mark after that run from Strident's Future. Out wide, Suave Way, Comrade Park, Balladin didn't finish.
We're showing at 39 to 1 on the New South Wales tote. And the last couple link in, so we're just about right for the T.J. Smith Tribute Handicap. They're all in. They're off in the last of the day. Oh, losing the rider just like Crystal. There's a sensation, jumped away, veered to the left, and has spilt the jockey. So spilt the jockey in the race going onto the track into the garden. He can't win, Justin Shee, and they settle down. And Princess Ariel, the leader from Zinzan, 3/4 in at Expert third, and Gaza mate fourth, then Old Man Glasgow. followed by Boaster, about 3 or 4 lengths to Pete's Passion, a length and a half to Tricove, and Just Like Crystal continuing riderless. They come onto the side of the track at the 8.50, and Princess Ariel increasing a lead to about 3 or 4 lengths Zinzan. Gaza Mate is running third, 4 or 5 lengths to Expert, 2.5 to 3 lengths Old Man, a little more than a length the Glasgow on the inside of Boaster. Tricove is second last, and Pete's Passion whips them in. 600 to go, and the T.J. Smith Tribute Handicap here at Royal Randwick. And Princess Ariel is coming back to Zinzan, leads of a length the Gaza Mate. About 4 to Expert, then Old Man, followed by Boaster, Glasgow, Tricove, Pete's Passion last, and Just Like Crystal is riderless and on the outside rail as they come into the straight, and Zinzan quickly went away from Princess Ariel. Gaza Mate's under the stick. At the head of the others, Glasgow, followed by Old Man, battling on. Zinzan at the 200, a length and a half on Glasgow, starting to pick up ground with Old Man on Zinzan. Glasgow and Old Man racing up to Zinzan. Glasgow and Old Man put paid to Zinzan. Glasgow is the leader. Glasgow comes away from Old Man, and Glasgow beat Old Man. Third Zinzan, then Expert, Tricove, Gaza Mate, followed in by Boaster, Pete's Passion, Princess Ariel. There goes the riderless Just Like Crystal, and let's look.